Hi, we're going to be talking about vertical angles today. So this right here is vertical to this angle right here. And if you look and see, you'll see that those match. And as I mess with this, which you can do as well, this is in Desmos, it was assigned in class today. You can see that those still match. No matter how I mess with this angle, maybe making it really obnoxiously big, that one across from it, which we use the term vertical, even if they're not really up and down, it's still called vertical. They're always going to match. And so up here we see that if this is 120, then y is going to equal 120 as well. And then x and z are going to be the same. How could we figure out x? What property would tell us what x is? Well, we could do 180 minus 120 because they're supplemental. So it would be 60. And if x is 60, that means that z is 60 as well. And if I add all these up going all the way around, I should get 360 because a circle is 360 degrees. Try that out. What is 120, 60, 120, and 60? What does it get? Okay, no one in my class right now, so I don't really need to share it. Here we get a little bit of harder problems, obviously, but we do know that P and Y are exactly the same. And we do know that this angle and this angle right here is exactly the same. So you guys have the skills to write that equation and work it out because you know how to deal with equations with variables on both sides. Go ahead and solve that. Figure out what x is. Once you know what x is, could you figure out what the angle is? Could you figure out what P is? Could you figure out what Y is? So this right here is equal to this. These are vertical. Even this is the mathematical definition of vertical. Normally we think of vertical as being up and down, but anything across from each other. Let's see if the visualizer will let me switch over to the notes. And it does not look like it is letting me switch over. Can I get this big? Will you let me make this big? No. Okay, there it is. Sorry about the delay. Who knows what was going on there? So vertical angles would be 2 and 4 or 1 and 3. Why are these guys equal? Well, if 1 and 2 are supplementary and 2 and 3 are supplementary, that means that the two of these should equal the two of those. And since 2 is part of them both, that means that 1 is equal to 3. That's our proof of it. Just know that if they're across or up and down from each other, they're going to be the same. So when we're looking at this example here, we can say that 60 equals 5x. And to figure out what x is, we divide by 5. So this x is 12. This angle is 60 degrees because 5 times 12 is 60. These would match. So they asked you for x, you would say 12. If they asked you for the angle, 5x, you would say it's 60 degrees. Here's a little bit harder one for accelerated. 2x minus 8 is equal to x plus 10. We have letters on both sides. We know how to do all that. Subtract an x from both sides. And then add an 8 to both sides. So that means that our x is 18. Okay, so that would mean that x plus 10 is 28. And 2x minus 8 would be 2 times 18 minus 8. That would be 36 minus 8. Well, of course it's 28. They're vertical. They should equal the same thing. I didn't really need to do all that math. If I know this one, I know this one. So both of these are 28 degrees. But our x value is 18. So pay attention to what they're asking you for. Are they asking you, whoops, 28. Sorry about that. Are they asking you for the value of the unknown? Or are they asking you for the value of the angle? Could you now go ahead and figure out this angle right here? I shouldn't call it an x. I should call it maybe y. If you know that this is 28, could you figure out what this is? And boy, is this not to scale. That looks like more of a 90-degree angle. Whoosh, don't ever assume that anything is drawn to scale. Okay, So remember, vertical angles are anything that are across from them. The word vertical means up and down, but remember in geometry, we can move the paper however we want. So up and down or left and right, those are vertical, and vertical angles equal each other. 1 equals 3, and also 2 would equal 4.